We call it the Redwood Sow Farm.
Home to 3,800 sows
Stop! Come on!
and 40 workers who depend on them to make a living. No one, including us, steps foot on Greg Borboom's pig farm in Marshall
Every bit of air coming into these barns goes through a filter.
without going through an elaborate decontamination process that feels more like something at a lab or a hospital.
Smaller items would come through here,
We get a fresh set of clothes after a shower,
and everybody comes past here every day.
and our camera gets a bath in ultraviolet light inside this box.
This is part of our standard biosecurity protocol.
Biosecurity from invisible invaders known as foreign animal diseases. But experts say even all of this might not be enough to stop African swine fever
You ready?
or ASF.
The virus is very hardy. It contaminates pork, it contaminates manure or dirt and sticks to your feet.
If it came into our farm, sometimes you have up to 80 to 100% mortality of your pig herd.
Did you see some farms just going under?
Oh, absolutely.
The Minnesota Pork Board says the state's 3,200 pig farming families generated $6 billion in economic activity in 2016, and they've created more than 22,000 jobs. Minnesota's estimated losses if African swine fever makes it to the U.S., $1 billion.
This is where they farrow. That's the term for birthing.
A third-generation farmer, Borboom says he would not be the only one feeling the pinch.
From trucking, processing of the meat, processing of the feed that the pigs eat. I mean, so there's just a lot of jobs at stake beyond the producer.
In China, ASF has forced farmers to destroy at least 1 million pigs. The disease has spread across Africa, Asia, and parts of Europe. With no vaccine and no cure, just because ASF hasn't arrived in the United States doesn't mean it won't.
It's taken some big jumps, a couple thousand miles. That's passenger baggage.
You lower your backpacks, handbags, the dog's gonna take a sniff of the bag.
Customs and Border Protection brought 5 investigates inside this secure part of Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport,
Any kind of meats with you?
where agents
Yeah, she's stuck in the bags.
and these beagles are on the lookout for invasive plants, insects,
Oh, this one's moving here.
and now more than ever, meat arriving in the luggage of international travelers.
Let me see what they got in here.
Right before our visit, agents seized all of this raw pork.
When you talk about African swine fever, all these things can carry that.
Good girl.
Last fall, the Beagle Brigade in Atlanta discovered this entire roast pig in the bag of a traveler from South America. And just this past March, agents in New Jersey intercepted 1 million pounds of pork smuggled in shipping containers from China, where ASF is rampant.
She just wants to sniff your bags, you're fine.
It's unknown if any of these items carried ASF,
This way, hon, we go all the way around.
but just the first appearance of the disease in the U.S. could paralyze Minnesota's pork industry.
The scale of the damage is difficult to imagine.
John Dean is a professor at the College of Veterinary Medicine at the U of M and an expert in the spread of diseases.
The loss of markets would devastate the industry because pigs grow, they need to be slaughtered. We cannot put them on the shelf and wait until things are cleared up.
So that's the air that's all filtered is coming in there.
At Borboom's farm that sends 320,000 pigs to market a year, everything would stop.
If the pig movement stops and we can't move pigs, that means there's nowhere to bring in the new mothers to have babies.
No matter how strict the security here, no matter how keen these noses might be, the feds and farmers concede they can't catch everything.
We can't do it alone. We need the public's help on this.